Now on CoastTV News.
Paying to park on more Lewes streets, that's one idea near the beach.
A local effort to shelter Georgetown's homeless struggling. What local groups say needs to happen, and now.
Arctic air brings cold and freezing conditions to the coast, how locals are battling the bitter chill.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
A nonprofit's call to action has been answered, what the town of Georgetown has allowed them to do. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with help for the homeless after a struggle.
After reaching out to town officials for help in these dangerous temperatures, one organization in Georgetown is now able to provide emergency shelter for the homeless. Coast TV reporter Zakia Jennings shows us how caring for everyone in the community is a group effort.
People warming up, watching a movie while they escape the freezing temperatures outside. These people are homeless and often come to Higher Ground Outreach in Georgetown for heat and a warm meal. Now, after originally being denied, Higher Ground is allowed to provide overnight emergency shelter during these cold temperatures. This is something Lou Hernandez was fighting for.
So we want it to be a place that we can help those others that are stuck out here and have them be warm, safe, fed during those conditions.
Coast TV spoke with Mayor West, who, before this emergency status was granted, expressed concerns about the facility not being large enough to house people. Lou feared the worst could happen if these people couldn't find shelter.
My fear is that an individual will find himself in a position where, cold, no place to go, and possibly wind up dying from exposure.
Joshua Hellard is the Code Purple site director in Georgetown. He hopes that everyone is able to find shelter since Code Purple is only able to take in 14 people.
As far as where we can house them right now, with everything at capacity, we can try and stretch the rules a little bit, but it's not, sustainable.
At least for the next few days, these Georgetown nonprofits will be able to provide emergency shelter and potentially save a life. Shortly after 2 p.m., Hernandez's wife received an email from the town manager sharing that their overnight emergency shelter status will go into effect on Tuesday at 4 p.m. and conclude on Friday at 4 p.m. Those here at Higher Ground say this is a win for the community. In Georgetown, I'm Zakia Jennings, Coast TV News.
The cold, unfortunately, it's unavoidable for many and inconvenient for others. One woman we spoke with isn't just worried about herself, she's worried about taking care of her car during the winter.
Well, it has definitely been a very cold winter. A lot of ice hitting on the cars. It's good to actually put something on it beforehand so it helps you a lot better when it does get really bad, but it's important.
And it's not just humans having problems. Today, people near Love Creek reported seeing birds they thought were trapped on the ice. According to a state wildlife representative, it's not uncommon for birds to appear immobile during cold spells. Now, while they're not always frozen in place, they can struggle, though, with those icy surfaces.
They look like they were frozen in the ice. They just were still, and some of them were flapping their wings, but not getting out of the ice. And it scared me because I thought they were frozen.
Now, how can you help? Officials say, please avoid rescuing those birds yourself. Contact authorities like DENREC and let them do it, especially as bird flu remains a threat.
This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what's your top cold weather struggle?
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. 40% still say bad roads or sidewalks. 26% say staying warm. 2% are Charlie, defrosting the car.
It's just me down there.
It's okay. It's all right. You and one other person. And 32% say high power bills.
If you haven't voted yet, you could come join me down at that 2%. You can go to coasttv.com or use the mobile app, and we're going to show you updated results on Coast TV News at 11.
And speaking of the cold and this cold weather, I took this video this morning at Johnny Walker Beach in Lewes. You can actually see the tide line was frozen over. Oh, that's Finn. That's my puppy. You can see the sea-sprayed rocks were frozen over too. So yes, I'm a great dog owner. Took the dogs out to the beach even though it was freezing cold as we take a live look now into Ocean City. And I mean, Paul, you know my dogs, they love it. It's a short walk to stay safe, but but it's only going to get worse tomorrow. So, right? I'm not
That's
going.
absolutely correct. And for all the dog lovers out there, just be sure you're mindful of how, when you walk your dogs, they can get their paws messed up with the sand and all the grime that's there, as well as freeze. They're susceptible to it as well. So our Bay Health camera, Milford, 18 degrees. And we're going to stay in the teens for the rest of the night. That's not even taking into account how the wind's going to make it feel colder. In fact, let's just cut to the chase on that. Wednesday morning, we wake up feeling like 7 degrees in Lewes, Rehoboth, Dewey Beach, Long Neck. It's going to feel like 8 degrees in Fenwick Island. At 7:30, it's going to feel like 8 degrees in Ocean City. But it's going to feel even colder than that in places like Seaford with 2 degrees. 3 is what we're going to wake up to in Georgetown, 5 in Del Mar, 6 in Selbyville. Thursday morning is going to be a little bit better. We're going to range between 4 in Berlin. It's going to feel like 10 in Millsboro. It's going to feel like 10 in Long Neck for Thursday. Then as we go into, let's say, Friday, we're going to still be in the 11 to 13 degree category. And then as we go into Saturday, we nosedive right back into the single digits once again. So this isn't just one morning. For the next 4 to 5 mornings in a row, dangerously low temperatures, and there's going to be a risk of frostbite. Please be mindful of your time outside. Charlie?
Thank you, Paul. This morning, Matt Meyer was sworn in as the 76th governor of Delaware. It was a ceremony that had to be forced inside due to the extreme cold conditions. Meyer campaigned as a political outsider with an emphasis on education. He is a former teacher. He also touted health care, and he pledged unity today.
And I'm excited and grateful to stand before you as your 76th governor. I ran for governor because I love this state, but not only that. I ran for governor because I believe in this state, but not only that. I ran for governor because I'm determined to get to work, to help our government work better and deliver more. You, the people of Delaware, have given me that chance, and it is the greatest honor of my life.
Meyer has signed his first executive order directing state agencies to prioritize the development of youth apprenticeship programs.
President Trump signed an executive order that halts new offshore wind projects. You may recall U.S. Wind is planning to build turbines off the coast of Ocean City, and that's faced a lot of pushback. The new order prohibits the federal government from assigning new leases, and if necessary, the government can terminate or amend already approved projects. Local lawmakers say this is the strongest action taken to date in opposition of wind energy.
He clearly has made known that he has no intention in his administration to move forward with the offshore wind energy generation and these projects that have such a negative impact across the board.
Now, environmentalists, of course, say these are good and create jobs, and U.S. Wind, in part, says their company looks forward to working with the new administration.
Another one of President Trump's first actions of his second term cleared the names of hundreds of people convicted and charged related to their actions at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. That includes 4 men from Delmarva, one of the most memorable cases, that of Kevin and Hunter Seafried, the father and son from Laurel who entered the U.S. Capitol. Kevin Seafried is seen in one of the most infamous pictures from that day carrying a Confederate flag inside the Capitol. The court found that Hunter Seafried cleared broken glass from a window. Both men are now pardoned.
Just a few minutes ago, the Ocean City Council met to tackle rental regulations. This is for properties like Airbnbs in residential areas. One idea is reducing occupancy to 2 people per bedroom. Another, no room, attic, or garage can be turned into a bedroom without complying with all town requirements and the permitting process. And speaking of Airbnbs, Milton is looking to regulate them, and that process starts tonight. The Planning and Zoning Commission is meeting in just a few moments to discuss plans for potentially adding those rules for Airbnbs in town. It has some people split. One woman we spoke with said she has no problem with Airbnbs, but they should spread out the houses that are for rent.
I think you just got to look towards the future, put the past behind and move forward. I think it's good things, and hopefully it'll bring more opportunities to the community.
Now we'll have updates on what was decided tonight and the outcome on Coast TV News at 11.
And it is going to be a busy night for the Planning and Zoning Committee. Also on the agenda, a proposal for a new fast food restaurant in town. Developers want to build a Dairy Queen on Broadkill Road. It already has a number of new businesses that were built there. We also have reported on a new Dunkin' Donuts that could go in this area as well if it's approved.
And we have a lot more news to get to this evening.
Some events for Ocean City's 150th anniversary.
And we're looking for tomorrow's conditions to be so cold it might actually hurt to go outside. And for tonight, we're looking about 1/4 of an inch to maybe a full inch of snow before this clock strikes midnight.
But first, paid parking permits could be making their way to Lewes beaches. How much it would cost when we're back in just 60 seconds.
Johnny Janosic knows that home is where family memories are made. Family owned and operated for over 70 years, we offer the biggest selection of the best brand names, all at the guaranteed lowest prices. Find sofas, bedrooms, mattresses, and more. We have everything you need for your home, and we have free expert design services to help. Shop thousands of items in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Experience the difference at Johnny Janosic World of Furniture and Mattresses.
At the Amish Tradesmen, our #1 goal for building your first Amish pole building
is making sure that we're the only crew that you want building your second one.
The Amish have a very good standard that they set, and the Amish Tradesmen really did a great job. After they built my store in Selbyville, I had them do another building at my personal house, and I look forward to doing many more buildings in the future.
What could you do with your new Amish Tradesmen pole building?
Built by the Amish Tradesmen.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
The cost of parking. Everyone has an opinion when that's the topic here along the coast.
In Lewes, you don't need a permit to park near the beach, so if there's no meter, it's free. But as Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken shows us, that could change.
A relaxing day at the beach could soon be more expensive in Lewes. The city is weighing a proposal to create a paid permit parking system for non-metered streets near Lewes Beach. Jean Rial, who lives in Lewes, thinks it would encourage tourists to park more responsibly.
I think it's necessary because when I've been in town, I see notes on cars on the streets with no meters, and the owner of the home can't even get out of their own driveway.
The city is proposing a $100 fee for permits per season for locals and $250 per season for visitors. But Jim Veneziano thinks it would be hard to make that distinction. He doesn't think the system as proposed now would help those who live in the city.
The people who this affects actually don't want this to occur because of, especially at the beach roads, Bay Road and other places like that it affects their ability to have renters and other things going on.
And of course, anytime a city looks to charge a new fee, there's one other concern. Coast TV spoke with one person off camera who says it's just too expensive. Your trip to the beach could cost some extra bucks, but if approved, the new system wouldn't be in place until summer of 2026. In Lewes, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Here's a look at some of the latest advisories in effect in our area, including a cold weather advisory, and we have colder weather indeed on the way. Your full forecast coming right up.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
Upgrade your windows and doors with West Shore Homes 3 for Free sales event. With a free project upgrade, free installation, and interest-free financing until 2026, you won't have a single payment for 12 months. Lock in your savings today at westshorewindow.com.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
At Delaware Electric Cooperative, safety is our top priority and we need your help to keep employees safe. When you see our team working along area roadways, please slow down and move over. Delaware law requires drivers to reduce speed and move over when approaching working utility vehicles. If you can't move into other lanes, drive at least 20 miles per hour below the posted speed limit. Do your part to make sure our crews go home safe to their families every day. Slow down. Move over. It's the law.
At Imperial Granite & Quartz, we're more than countertop experts. We're experts in making your vision a reality. With decades of experience, in-house fabrication, and a team to guide every step, you don't have to worry. Plus, all of our work is under warranty.
Because we do things right.
Come in today for your free estimate. Full slabs in stock. Imperial Granite & Quartz, under one roof with that cabinet store and Matt the Carpet Guy at the Salisbury Design Center. The perfect team for your design dreams. South Salisbury Boulevard.
Mark your calendars for the Children's Beach House Gala presented by Jack Wingo Realtors and Jack Wingo Asset Management on February 8 in Dewey Beach. This black tie evening features an open bar, auctions, dinner, and a performance by Kristen and the Noise. Your support helps empower children with special needs to build confidence, develop leadership skills, and thrive in a caring community. For more info, visit cbhinc.org/gala or call 302-841-9639. Sponsored by CoastTV.
Upgrade your windows and doors with West Shore Homes 3 for Free sales event. With a free project upgrade, free installation, and interest-free financing until 2026, you won't have a single payment for 12 months. Lock in your savings today at westshorewindow.com.
Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, Delaware is an award-winning waterfront restaurant serving fresh local seafood. Catch 54 features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple coastal cuisine with house favorites including our signature crab cakes, shrimp and grits, and our famous 54 burger. Catch 54 offers delicious, chef-inspired nightly specials, a raw bar, a Wine Spectator winning wine list and monthly wine dinners, and the best happy hour in town. Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
I'm starting to think folks just like stopping me in the grocery store just to say anything about the weather, and I'm okay with it. I'm here for it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. But they didn't like what I had to say, so I'm going to say the same thing I said to them so that I can, truth in advertisement. The next couple of days are going to be so cold, it's going to hurt to stay outside for an extended period of time. Fingertips, face, all of that. That's the kind of cold we're talking about. And I'll demonstrate that for you in just a moment. Our Cambridge camera indicating we'll see scattered cloud cover, but we're in the teens. We started off at 11, 12, 13, 14 degrees this morning, generally speaking across the entire Delmarva Peninsula. We are currently in the teens now, 18, 19 in that area. We're at 19 degrees in Ocean Pines, Bethany Beach, Milton, but we're at 18 degrees in Redden and Rehoboth Beach at this hour. And that's at least 6 degrees cooler than we were just 24 hours ago. So we're getting colder. Hence, the cold weather advisory that's active for all of the state, but including all of Sussex, places like Seaford, Delmar, even colder than, let's say, over towards Lewes, Ocean View. Closest to the water, a little bit warmer, but not warm to where you think it's a relaxing situation. In fact, next to the water, we have concerns for freezing spray. Basically, when the water brushes up against the bridges or anything like that, we're looking for a coating of ice to occur. And that can be dangerous, particularly on those bridges where you have that cold air underneath the bridge and over it. High pressure and control of our weather. And we actually have a winter weather advisory in effect for Chincoteague in case you're going to be heading down in that area. So they're watching out for more in the way of 2 to 3 inches of snow there. High pressure controlling our weather right now, but the door's open for precipitation to sneak its way towards us for later on tonight. You see, we're looking at a pocket of snow to begin between Bethany Beach, Selbyville, Berlin, Ocean City, Fenwick Island. Not everybody, okay? If you're in Lewes, you might not even see a flake, okay? But Bethany Beach, Fenwick Island, Ocean City, Selbyville, 8:30, we're going to turn on the flurries, okay? And it's going to stick around till 11 o'clock until maybe midnight. Now, the amount of snow is not looking all that impressive, but it's there. We start off with 1/10 of an inch for us, and by the time we get to, let's say, the midnight hour, we anticipate 3/4 of an inch of snow. This is the latest run. It just ran it at about between 5 and 6. So it's been downgraded from 1.5 inches to just shy of an inch. And you can see the timing of it Now, Ocean Pines, Berlin, Newark, Snow Hill, Pocomoke City, right along this Highway 113 corridor, that's where we're going to see the best opportunity for snow for tonight. That's primarily it. It's a very small area. Frostbite risk is going to be on the high side for Wednesday, moderate side for Thursday. So that's that hurt feel. You see, we wake up to single-digit wind chills for us around a good portion of the state for the next few days in a row. Finally, here's a look at the extended forecast. The good news is this. By the time we get into the weekend, particularly Sunday, we're going to warm up so nicely, you might actually accuse me of having a hot day on Sunday.
All right, Paul, thank you. 150 years of Ocean City being celebrated. In January alone this year, the Ocean City Convention Center will hold multiple events, including their third annual Dream Fest, featuring 4 diverse performances.
Outside the center, the town is teaming up with businesses to include deals for shoppers. The Milton Theater won 8 Broadway World Delaware Awards. According to the theater, this is the most wins across the state and the first year that the Milton Theater was nominated. Well, congratulations. Some categories the theater took home gold in include Favorite Local Theater, Best Ensemble, and Best Direction of a Musical. For a full list of the awards the Milton Theater received, check out CoastTV.com.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studio.
Good evening, sports fans. In our top Henlope and South matchup on the court tonight, both Woodbridge and Laurel aiming to move above 500 on the season while facing off tonight. Both teams coming in with 5-5 records. Laurel is hoping to take down Woodbridge twice this season after a 3-point victory back on December 19th. Watch this game live right now on DSN+. In our game of the night, Y-High Boys Hoops looking for their second straight win while taking on Snow Hill. The Tribe entering with 7-3 record after an 81-34 win over Chincoteague on Saturday. Y-High has scored an average of 64.5 points per game this season and only allowed a little under 55 points per game. And Snow Hill is coming in at 6-3 after an 86-54 win over Pocomoke. The Eagles have won 4 of their previous 5 games, with their only loss coming to undefeated Decatur. Keandre Nixon is leading the Eagles with 20 points per game. Earlier this season, Y-High defeated Snow Hill by only 11 points. Watch this game live now over the air on DSN. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
New year, new bath. Bring in 2025 with big savings from Bath by Spicer Brothers.
Right now, get 20% off all upgrades, plus save 25% on your entire bathroom project. Baths by Spicer Brothers can bring your vision to life with safe and accessible tub-to-shower conversions.
Our factory-certified team guarantees 5-star professional installation completed in as little as 1 day.
Call today and save 20% off all upgrades and 25% off your entire bathroom project.
Baths by Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Baths by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
When love is in the air,
oh, Jesus!
HR
Mutual consent form
is always there.
I didn't know you were seeing somebody.
Who is it? Choice. Oh. It's in there, and you're not allowed to grab it because that's my private area.
St. Dennis Medical, new tonight on NBC and Peacock.
That is an insane amount of money.
It's all mine.
No.
Go!
The banker's gonna play the baddest mother on this island.
Such a shady little... I could totally destroy him.
Deal or No Deal Island, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Hard workers need tough gear. Vernon Powell has the toughest and most comfortable workwear in the business. Work boots that work hard, like Timberland Pro, Carolina, and Red Wing, to Carhartt and Darn Tough socks. Only at Vernon Powell in Salisbury and Rehoboth.
Secondhand smoke lingers for hours. And it's killed almost 3 million people since 1964. When you smoke in the house, everyone in the house smokes. So, take it outside. Visit takeitoutside.de.org.
Local news is really important, especially right now. Local news is still largely trusted by the people in the community that they cover, and a big part of that is because we're out in the community every day. We're meeting people, we're talking to people, we're telling their specific stories, because there's a lot of people that want to know what's going on here. There's a lot of people that have opinions about what's going on here. That matters from a journalistic standpoint.
Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home. Get the Coast TV News app. The latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Coastal news customized to your needs. Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices. Coast TV, our community, your news.
For 150 years, Ocean City, Maryland has been somewhere to smile about. From our beautiful beaches to our iconic boardwalk, we've been creating memories that last a lifetime, whether you're chasing the perfect wave, a hole-in-one, or a sunset stroll. Celebrate our 150th anniversary with 150 days of celebrations, special events, and deals all year long. Book now and save in 2025 at ococean.com/150. Ocean City, Maryland, somewhere to smile about.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
We're going to be watching out for a chance of snow at 8 o'clock between 8 and midnight. But it's really about the cold. I mean, we're going to stay cold, but we are watching out for a flurry or two to rear its head in Ocean City. But our umbrella winner, Barry Moshinsky of Rehoboth Beach. Congratulations. We've updated our telephone line so you can keep up with your forecast. It's just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead, Mandelis, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. It is really going to be cold.
Yes.
Just really, really cold.
All right, Paul. Thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6. Hi, Charlie.
It's just me
Just
now.
Charlie
For more
now.
news and more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
I'm still here, though. The NBC Nightly News is up next.
We're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.